When Mariana Tregovnik makes this epigraphic claim, she suggests that the style of academic writing has a political and rhetorical force within our classroom and our texts. Writing that attempts to feign an objective stance that eliminates the personal, the autobiographical, and or the lyrical voice risks sending an apolitical message about language. We've learned this lesson from countless feminist and queer authors since the 1970s. We've learned this lesson from Eve Sedgwick, who revealed her cancer treatment and how it underscored the societal gender expectations from the point of view of a balding, breastless woman. We've learned this lesson from Elise Waterston, whose intimate research in anthropology unfurled the story of a daughter of an immigrant father who moved from 1940s Poland to Cuba to America, and the immigration trek that she literally revisited with him across those nations. We've learned this lesson from Carol Maver, whose lyrical accounts of her work in photographic archives uncovered her own homoerotic desires for her Victorian protagonist, Hannah. We've learned this lesson from Maggie Nelson, whose metaphoric re-envisioning of the Argonaut reclaimed her own experience of pregnancy in a transsexual relationship. We learned this lesson from Paul Preciado, who unpacked issues of transsexuality while they also described their own transition through testosterone therapy. In this non-exhaustive list of hybrid authors who mix autobiography with analysis, personal with scholarship, academic voice with belletristic flair, we learn that writing in the academy can sound differently. We can control it at the level of the lyrical sentence. Language that does not embody the writer as a human being with real-life experiences and a style of language, a voice, erases the subjective position of the author and therefore obscures their point of view with all of the accompanying slants, biases, and important evidence of lived experience. It flattens the phenomenological experience into a one-size-fits-all perspective that belies the ideological trappings for the sake of a false objectivity. In this presentation, my colleagues in league with the critical experimental turn demonstrate how we have incorporated this hybrid form into our own writing and then describe how as writing instructors we invite students, both graduate and undergraduates, to engage in this type of expositional and exposing writing form. We uncover how we prepare students to do this writing that lies between the analytic and creative. We ask this question: what happens when a classroom offers students the opportunity to combine personal story with academic formalism, to span the composing boundaries of the lyric and analytic, and also to pause and consider how our imaginative selves can write alongside our scholarly personas? A hybrid curriculum for critical experimental writing compels students to explore the many facets of their writerly capacities and offers them assignments and exercises to practice research methods, analytical efforts, self-reflection, and a flexible writing style that encompasses the lyrical to the erudite. This type of writing course permits an open season for writing style and thus a rigorous challenge for their composing capabilities. It doesn't ask them to turn their backs on their first-person experience or to ignore their theoretical investments or to slough off their vernacular voices. It challenges them to make the rhetorical genre-based choices that will negotiate the heteroglossia of their internal voices. This panel offers a profile of 3 instructors whose writing style and pedagogical approaches considers the intellectual habits and composing strategies necessary to produce such a capacious and flexible writing form. This form challenges and provokes writing instruction to reinvest in the political as it pertains to the personal through a re-envisioning of the genre and form of writing.